Okay, morning check. Swarm box 1. Nothing really going on. Got a scout bee checking things out. That's about it. Swarm box number 2. This is a much better sign. We got guard bees sitting at the entrance. Bees kind of coming in and out. This swarm arrived 2 days ago, and was thinking it was just scout bee activity, but girls have been back each morning, so woohoo! Swarm trap number 3, and we have similar activity at swarm trap number 3 as we did at number 2. Got bees kind of loitering around the entrance, and rather than that frenetic search around the box, these bees are going directly in and out. So these bees have been here about 4 days. So looking good. 2 swarms out of 3 traps. Very pleased. Alright, a little bit about site selection. I've got this tree line that runs all the way down along the creek, and then there's trees that kind of jut out this way. I chose the trap over here because we've got this break. And what I found is that as bees are going through an area, if they encounter a tree line, if there's a break in that tree line, you know, naturally it's the path of least resistance, so bees are going to kind of fly through that. So that's why I chose this particular location. We had success, and I'll show you the other one that we had success at. Alright, so here's the tree line, comes across, chicken coop, but we've got this opening here, and you'll see that the canopy's all thick and through there, but this opening is an area that bees are going to fly through. I've seen them fly through, getting from that side of the tree line to this side of the tree line. So, and what's interesting is that there's a bench right over there, and I had this particular trap sitting on that bench with lure and saw 0 activity. So I decided to go ahead and bring that trap here, set it up, and within about an hour there were a couple of scout bees looking at it, and by late that afternoon there were 15-20 bees, and this trap's only been up for 3 or 4 days, and we've already got a swarm move in. So location, location, location. Nice thing about this one is it's right along the creek, so there's ample water. It stays relatively cool down here compared to, you know, the open yard. The first trap is out in the middle of the yard. The tree's kind of dead, and there's no shade. It's not necessarily cool. I see much less activity at that trap site, and it's only 25 yards away. So these are relatively small swarms. I didn't ever see a mass of thousands of bees flying in. It's kind of like a steady stream of bees that came in. So I suspect these are smaller secondary swarms potentially. What I'm looking for before I really mess with these bees and move them down off of out of the trees, shut up chicken, is I'm looking for them to start taking pollen in. If they start taking pollen in, that tells me that they've built sufficient comb. The queen started to lay eggs in that comb, and they're raising brood. And once they start raising brood, they're much less likely to abscond or leave because I mess with the bees. So at that point, I'll bring them down out of the tree, get them on the ground, elevate it off the ground a bit, and let them settle in for a week, and then I'll move them to the actual hives.